can I raise my eye?
The rock eyebrow?
No, you have to have a monocle to do that.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
There we go. All right. Welcome to another episode of Midnight Movie Distillery. I'm one of your hosts, Logan Lynch.
I'm another one of your hosts, Warwick Price.
I'm Lon Black, and today we have a guest continuing from our last episode, Mr. Michael Nackby.
Crowd goes wild.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, can we
There you
insert?
go. Mr. Nackby here is Mr. okay with you? You like that, or you prefer?
You'd better call me
Okay.
Mr.
All right, yeah, there you go. Has a YouTube channel, quite popular from what I understand. I don't know, I don't watch YouTube. Called Everyday BBQ. It's actually a fantastic channel. If you haven't seen
I've got
it,
like 5
'cause
things I need to make.
Assuming
now,
you
by
like
the way.
barbecue.
Thank you.
we'd like to send all 5 of our followers to go to his channel
Yeah,
and
he
like
needs
it.
them badly.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
I really would.
Because he needs the help. So,
Thank you guys
But
for
anyway.
having me. I appreciate it. Lon has been a friend of mine for over 10 years. And I initially started to watch this to support him, but I fell in love with the show. And I asked if I could come out and be a guest, and they allowed me.
I can't
Yes.
keep paying you for that.
Even though
One
we're
time I can
totally
pay you.
different genres on YouTube,
Yep.
I like this. I'm here for the bourbon.
I say we do
Amen,
have
brother.
a common.
Yeah.
There is a
Yes.
common thread
There's a
here.
commonality.
Bourbon has brought us
Alright.
together.
There
Yes,
you go.
as it should do.
All right, and what movie are we watching today, Mr.
Today,
Price?
Today we are watching.
Being a new day, because we're all wearing different
Wait,
shirts.
Different
now,
should we
shirts.
make the sound?
Right?
Ready?
Right?
Ready?
What's the sound?
Do, 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 do.
Oh, gee.
Oh. There's 3 more days for Halloween. We're Halloween 3, Season of the Witch.
Not the Nicolas Cage movie.
No.
Wrong season of the witch.
Definitely
Yeah,
not.
Correct.
Sorry.
Correct.
Yeah. So what do we
But
do?
they would have been better off if they just stuck with Season of the Witch and not added that Halloween.
I completely agree
But
with that.
we'll go into that. We'll go
Okay.
into that. We'll go into Stop.
So-
stop.
so-
Stop.
Okay.
What we do is
Calm
we
down,
pair
calm down.
whiskeys and bourbons and liquors and whatnot with the movie.
We need an excuse to drink.
We
We don't
like
need.
reviewing
We don't need
them.
any excuse to drink.
We like reviewing bourbons, and we like reviewing anything, whiskey, vodkas, whatever. So, what was our primary theme going through this movie?
That would be
Masks?
Irish. Please don't say
Stonehenge?
Jameson.
Oh no.
Please don't say Jameson.
Oh,
my fucking God.
no. This is gonna be
So
great.
tonight
Oh shit.
we are going to
He's
have
lugging it.
an
It's green.
Irish whiskey.
Oh, okay.
However,
I can't see what it is.
it's called Dublin.
Dubliner.
Okay, Dubliner.
Now, the thing about this is Dubliner, I guess I should show you, but it's an Irish whiskey finished in a bourbon cask.
Oh, so it's going to make it a little bit better.
So
Yes.
it has hope. If you're a fan of the show and you've watched, Warwick and I are really not fans of Irish whiskey. And when I mean not fans, you've heard some of the things we've said about Irish whiskey. All
Love
of
the
it true.
Irish people. Don't like the Irish whiskey.
I'm reminded.
In general.
I'm reminded
I mean-
of a pickup line.
Uh,
Are you from Ireland? Because my penis is Dublin. All right.
And how many times did that work?
You'd be amazed.
Really?
would we though? Would we?
I think we can probably count.
So, if anybody remembers, there is a scene, if I'm taking trivia away to fucking bed, that they drive through the old town on the way to the Silver Shamrock, and the name of the inn
That would be
Is-
the Dublin Inn.
is the Dublin Inn. So I figured this was going to be an appropriate way to ruin our palates. And
Or find something that you changes your mind.
honestly,
right?
I'm hoping it does that.
Man.
I really am hoping it does that.
So
I
then-
haven't.
I don't know if you did that intentionally, but so you took
What? Have a real hard time opening the bottle?
No.
that
kidding.
too. That's why I'm trying to help him out here. You took something that was against your normal, you
I did.
don't like Irish. So
I
you're
did.
trying something. So you're
I did.
expanding your horizons.
I did. Well, first of all,
I'm kind of proud of you for this.
Yeah,
thank
not
you.
gonna lie.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I haven't tasted it yet. I don't think we ever will taste it.
Yeah. hold
This
on.
is why we hate the fucking
Fucking
Irish.
Irish! God,
Give it to
damn
me.
it.
Come on. I'll take it.
It's called preparation
I've got-
before the show.
You got a
Yeah.
knife? Somebody got a knife? You always
You
got a
don't
weapon
need a
on you. Don't
knife.
you have a
Give
knife
it
or
to me.
something?
A weapon on me.
I only have my sharp wit.
Yes. Oh.
Well,
That ain't gonna help.
then that's
there
not
it
going
goes.
to help
Wait,
us. Yeah, I
Is he
got
making it?
I'm getting it. I'm getting it.
Lon. There it is.
So remember, we
is.
don't do
Okay.
editing.
Now,
You
well,
did
that,
it.
thanks
Okay.
for watching, everybody. Our time's up. But
Can you get the top off of that? Well, here's a question. Is it a twist off?
it better be a. No, it's a cork.
It's a cork.
it's a
Okay,
Because
so that's
it's from Ireland.
Yeah,
so-
that's from
to
Cork.
Cork, Ireland.
that cork can hit.
Uh,
Stroke me closer.
I'm a little afraid. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little concerned.
No,
Not liking it?
It's almost, I can't smell anything almost.
COVID.
It's pretty subtle. Yeah. Make that noise again. That was good.
Well, certainly
Feels like-
not. Certainly not impressed by it.
No, it's not. It's almost like a nothing smell.
Yeah.
It's
It's
there.
light on the nose. It's very light on the
They're
nose.
very like.
Little iodine-y.
I don't know that I
Is
would say
that a
iodine.
word?
It is. It
Iodine-y?
is now.
Iodine.
Pass the glass.
I like that.
People, if anybody wants to.
All right.
Pass the glass, people.
Pretty sure we all do.
Yeah.
Sorry, really, touch the W. That's, it's okay.
Now, notice the color on this.
How clear it is.
It looks like urine.
Now,
Just saying.
and by the way, we make a point of talking
Notice how he
about.
poured as much as he possibly could on this.
Yeah.
Well, I got to get rid of it because I'm not taking this home. It sucks.
Guess what we know what finishing the bottle is going to be.
Let me explain. So this color is pretty light, and we talk all the time about how whiskeys color their
Right.
whiskeys. Not all whiskeys color their whiskeys. I should explain this. I was corrected, let's say, and if it says Kentucky straight bourbon, that means it comes straight from the cask. There are no additives other than water.
Okay.
So they do not color it if it says straight bourbon.
Okay.
And other whiskeys, some of them do, some of them don't. Most of them do if they're lower tier whiskeys. It is more of a common practice in Scotland, but if it says straight bourbon whiskey, it is not colored. So just to clarify that.
Okay.
Not all whiskeys are colored. Clearly, this is not colored.
Well, I will say, whilst it doesn't necessarily have a strong, distinctive smell, it's not unpleasant.
Yeah.
You're
I
being
agree.
nice.
All right.
All right,
here
let's try
goes.
it.
All right.
Down the hatch.
It's sweet. I don't mean sweet as in sweet. I mean as in
Sweet.
it's.
Uh-oh. I think Lon's a little speechless over there.
I think he is too.
That's interesting. That's rare. Mike's really thinking about this.
Okay.
It's really different than most things that I've had.
Yeah.
all right,
In a
let's-
good way or bad way?
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about that because you've had proper 12, which is.
Yeah.
Do we want to rate it?
Oh, let's
first?
rate.
Yeah, let's
yes,
rate.
Yes,
Let's
yes,
rate.
yes, yes.
Before
Rate
we
it
talk
first. Rate it
too
first
much.
before we talk. Thank you.
No, we're rating. No, let's clarify this rating. This rating is not just for whiskey or Irish whiskey. This is just in general.
This
what
is
we think.
how you
You
feel
got
about
it.
this one
Right.
whiskey.
You got it.
Yep.
What do you feel with this one?
This guy goes back in time and
If
tries
you-
to recalculate.
All right, right.
Recalibrate.
If your favorite bourbon was on the table, you'd give it a 5.
It's like the old Garmin
How would this
GPS
compare to
is
that?
recalculating.
Okay.
Recalculating.
Recalculating. All right. I might.
I have a pleasantly surprised number here.
If it's 5, we're going to have words.
Well,
All right.
I can
All right.
cheat and tell you it's not 5.
Okay.
Ooh. All right, I'm ready.
Ready?
Done. 2, 3.
Take your time there, Mike.
Shit. There we go.
Sorry.
There we go.
Yeah.
I did it wrong.
2, 3,
No, wait,
2.3.
no. That's
What are
what I
you?
want.
What the fuck
I
are you
don't
doing,
know.
man?
I can't tell. It's backwards.
What is it? What? Tell us. Tell us.
3.2.
Thank you. 3.2 for those who are dyslexic.
Really?
A 3. Yeah. I'm
And remember,
plus with
even
one.
though
Plus the 2.
I was just trying to
even
be
though you
generous.
says 2.5, that's
Yeah.
actually just 1 down from a 3. It's not actually 2.5.
Oh, because I can't go 3.75.
Correct, because we don't have those numbers.
2.7. I'm going to back down to a 2 then.
2?
Wow.
No,
okay.
I'll give it a.
Give it
What does
away.
Warren
Give it away
do?
now.
Give it away.
Give it a
Anthony
2.1.
Kiedis over
Yeah,
there.
no kidding.
I'm giving it a 2.1.
Okay.
I'm only giving it a little bit above a 2 because it's Irish whiskey. I gave it a shot.
Can't-
It didn't make me puke.
Okay.
I'm thinking
Okay.
it wasn't good,
Okay.
but you know what? It's better than most that I've had. It's better than some others that I've had. I actually have had a couple really good Irish whiskeys. And when I say a couple, I mean one.
But then,
This was not it.
But then that's not a couple, right?
That's my point.
Just to clarify.
That's my point. I'm clarifying.
So does this make me
Stupid? No.
not stupid, but
Oh.
does this make me, or does this just show my inability to taste different flavors?
No.
But I don't mind this.
I don't
You
mind.
don't mind it.
I don't
does not
mind
mean
it.
You like it.
Right.
Correct. No,
There's a
but it also
difference, yeah.
doesn't mean that like if somebody gave this to me, I would be like, "Fuck you." I would be okay with it. I'd be like, "All right, hey, that's it's not bad." I don't find this. There's hardly any burn. It's easy drinking, I guess.
What's
So
the proof on this one?
does that make it? Yeah, that's going to be my next question.
Well,
so what is it like?
it's-
60 proof?
It's
47?
40%.
Yeah,
it's
so
40%, so it's 80 proof.
Okay.
So it's a little lower then. That's why you're not getting the burn because it's not a little higher.
Well,
than that.
but
It's
like
not a 43
I've
or
had
40.
90s where I'm like, like
But so like,
That's
Okay, that's
I did a 3 because I'm trying to keep to what you guys told me I needed to do, and rate this based on my enjoyment factor as of right now. The second.
okay. Okay, that's fine.
Not
It's
saying,
converting.
not
I think
saying,
it's great.
saying I'm gonna keep this going forward.
I agree.
but
I gotta go back and forth myself.
I was pleasantly surprised.
Okay.
Um,
Why are you so excited
Because
about
I want
this?
somebody to
I-
join in my fun sometimes. You guys are all like, "Oh, that's got oaky notes and all this other shit," and I'm just like, "I don't know." To me, I'm like, "It burns on the way down." Like I mean,
But-
hopefully it doesn't burn on the way out.
But so I mean, I think this is. I think this falls under the category of if someone was to give me a bottle of this and I drank it, I wouldn't go, well, clearly they hate me.
But didn't you give pretty much the same review to what was it? Was it Four Roses or something that we had at the?
I
Because
think
you
I
said
gave- I think I
if
gave
Lon
that-
was to
No,
serve
Four
this
Roses.
to
I
me,
think we both really liked.
That's right. We all did. I loved
Yeah, I
it
think
too.
I gave that probably a
like a
3.5.
4. No, I
Okay.
thought you gave it a 4.
Yeah, I gave it a 4.
I don't remember.
This is
think.
where
Too
if,
much
if
alcohol
we were
is
smart, I would have a
Our cheat sheet of
our
what it
cheat
is?
sheet as a screen that I could.
Oh, did you just ruin something?
Oh
Okay,
my
thank
God.
God.
That's it. We're back.
All right, did we lose it there?
I don't think so.
I think we lost that split second. Because the
Keep your
problem is
hand away from
the
the.
problem is I hit
12 minutes
Well.
later.
We should put up one of those. Sorry for our technical difficulties.
Or wouldn't it be funny if we just turned off the camera? Oops.
Yeah.
it still says recording, right?
Oh my
It
God.
still says wreck.
Okay. Because
Is that
I
recording?
think
I think the audio stayed and the video may have gone. It
Yeah,
still
I think
says
that's just-
12
yeah,
minutes,
because I
27
yes,
seconds.
yes,
Yeah,
which
there
is
we go.
the audio is the important part. Woo! No one wants to look at us.
Anybody has another podcast they'd like me to join?
There it is again.
Anyway,
I'm open. I'm free.
I gave this a 3 because I felt that this was, this is pleasant to drink, not necessarily amazing.
You're so fucking polite.
But that's the truth. He's being honest.
Okay. Okay.
I agree with him.
I think this is again. I think this is something that if I was served this, I think I would feel that it was a better whiskey than it probably is.
Do you get the bourbon notes out of it at all? Or does it just taste like a whiskey to you?
It just tastes like a whiskey.
Yeah, I don't get as much of the.
Because I get that Irish whiskey funk, and I'm having a little trouble with it. Let's talk to somebody who actually knows whiskey.
Wow.
It's just very blah. I mean, it doesn't have enough of anything to me.
Yeah.
The finish is very weak, and even though the flavors are pleasant, they're very weak.
What do you prefer as a finish?
I'm honestly, I don't really have a preference. I just,
No, it's
I
not
mean,
that.
I like smooth finish, but I also like that smooth finish to really please my taste buds. This does not do that.
I get it. I agree with that because when I taste it, I get that first taste on the front, but the back I get the funk. And that's some of the stuff I don't like about
Describe the
Irish.
funk.
yeah, what funk are you
The
tasting?
iodine that I talked about before.
Iodine-y.
It tastes medicinal
Really?
to me. There's a little bit of medicine taste in it. In fact, hang on.
I don't get a funk. Like to me, funk is like, like it.
Yeah.
It makes your.
It does change at the end, but at the very
oh
end,
fuck! Wait,
it
what is
does
that?
change.
On the
Wait
back
a
of your
second.
tongue,
It's like yeah,
after it
it's
goes
like
down,
whoa.
it's a
Yeah.
medicine.
Now that you say that,
Disinfectant.
you're just trying to change my.
No, it's
It's a
it tastes
no,
like
so
It's
that's
a Jedi
cough
mind trick.
medicine.
It
seriously
does. It
though,
has
like,
a little
do you
bit
get
more
it?
of
Yeah.
medicinal
So
taste.
Grandpa's old
it's
cough
funny.
medicine.
Yes.
Like now-
although that I'd drink.
Okay,
Oh,
hold
yeah.
on here. You got my converters.
Now that you're saying it, I do taste something.
But it's not. It's funky, but it's not funky in a bad way to me.
But that's the difference, right? So
Like-
if it's a funk, it can still be a funk and you still
Got the
enjoy
funk.
the funk. You know,
Funky Cold Medina.
right?
Yeah.
But it's not the kind of funk I prefer.
I
You know
think
what I'm saying?
I think you could give this to somebody who's never had bourbon or whiskey, and they'd probably be like, "Oh, cool!
Yeah.
I actually
Yeah.
like bourbon or whiskey." But when they actually had like a real bourbon or whiskey that's better than this, they might find that they like it more.
But
Yeah.
This will not scare anyone away. Let's put it that way.
but that's why I gave it a 3.
okay.
Because to me, this is middle of the road.
Yeah, but see, we talked about that too, though. Normally we rate things 3, 3, 5, because they're actually good. We don't hate them, but I don't know if middle of the road is the proper qualification for 3. It is dead center of the scale, obviously, but it's still good. I mean, a 3.5 is still really good,
Yes. Yeah.
but it's just above middle.
Yeah.
But
It's
Okay,
below
So
middle.
even
to
with
me.
the,
so-
even
so-
with the funk thing
so-
you mentioned,
if-
I still feel like it's, and that funk didn't hit until
No.
literally, so it went down.
Yeah.
I felt a little bit of the burn.
It's at
and
the
then
very end.
As
Yeah,
I was about
it's an
to say
aftertaste.
something, that's when I
Yeah.
was like, you son of a bitch.
It's an aftertaste.
if I was doing my classic Warwick review,
Yeah, it would have been 2.3.
I probably would have been a 2.
Because you like doing the odd numbers, the 3s or the
2.5.
1. Okay.
As I said, I think this is an.
So are you changing your review?
Yeah, I think I will
Okay.
change my review to
Okay.
a 2.5.
Okay.
I'm keeping mine.
Even after you taste that iodine in there, after you taste that chemical.
I don't go around drinking iodine, so I
medicinal-
honestly don't know what I.
Have you had medicine?
Yeah.
Have you had disinfectants?
Yes, but
Okay,
I have
well-
Not
not
drank them.
disinfectants. I'm not Trump.
Trump, I knew that was coming out. But you like.
But it didn't. The funk wasn't
You-
bad to me. Like it didn't. I did get the sense of the funk after you mentioned it, but it only. I just went. It wasn't that bad. Like okay, there's a little bit of a funk, but and then I tried another couple sips after that, and I see the funk, and I'm like, funk it. It's fine.
I would say
Question.
yes.
How much is the bottle?
Oh,
There we
we
go.
didn't do
That's
that
a
on the
big
last
we didn't do that on the
one.
last one either.
Yeah, you
we
didn't.
normally do
Son
that.
of a
So
bitch. Finishing the bottle.
we will talk about the other bourbon that we'll go back to in finishing the bottle. But we did Matthew McConaughey's bourbon, which is the Long Branch. It's not really his bourbon, but he's the spokesperson for it. And that bottle was about, I think, $35 for that bottle, right? Which is the sweet spot for bourbon
Yep.
that we talked about, right?
I think we should try
it's-
and guess what this one is.
I think that would be a phenomenal idea.
I'll let you go first.
I think this is a $32 bottle.
That's spot on. That's exactly where I was at. 32.
19
Mike.
bucks.
It tastes like it's $19. That's the problem.
However, it was.
Hey, and I've seen Elijah.
$30.
Okay.
$30.
We're awesome.
So cheaper than Long Branch, but for $5 more, I'm going to Long Branch. I would not buy this
Because you got a
again.
hard on for Matthew McConaughey.
I.
All right.
What are you laughing at?
Yeah.
So okay, so I have a stupid question.
Why stop now? Oh,
Do you know how long this has
yes.
been around?
Right. Oh, the brand has been around?
Yes.
Well, no, but I do have what I thought you were going to ask the age of the whiskey
No,
itself.
and I say it for a stupid reason, which is the stupidest thing about that bottle is Dublin.
Correct.
I think that is just freaking
why
stupid.
say-
Right.
Er.
And I don't understand because their logo is 2 D's and an L. So how does that go to Dublin?
That's probably Dublin Distillery Limited.
Dublin Distillery Limited, not Dublin.
No.
Okay.
I have seen.
I don't know.
I did get a wallet as a gift one point, and the middle initial was bigger than the other two, which made no sense to me. So, but that's apparently a thing, is that you have that middle initial be bigger than the other two.
And if it isn't, you can't use the wallet, clearly.
Yes.
I can't. I don't know. I don't know who this guy is.
So
Oh,
I
I
will
think
say
you
this is a blend
Okay.
of 3-year-old single malt whiskeys, and then a single malt and grain whiskeys, so malt and grain whiskey,
Okay.
and then it's aged additionally in like we said, the bourbon barrel.
A goat piss cask.
But well, they start with goat piss, and they try to sell it to yokels like me because they say bourbon on it.
Yes.
I don't want you guys
we
to think
tried-
I'm a jerk. I
No.
don't.
Oh, hey.
Oh,
I
come on,
really-
these
We
We
want,
were
your, we want,
jerks.
Yes,
we want
we're
honesty
jokes.
here.
I
Yeah.
really don't
Yeah.
like this stuff.
I'm
Really?
not-
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll finish my glass.
Now,
because I'm
is it
polite,
because of the
but-
same lines as him? Is that it's got the Irish? Like, if you didn't know that was Irish, would
No,
you
it has
go,
nothing to do with it.
But see, this is a good. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, no, I have proper 12 at home. And
Right.
I like it
That's
because
what I was going to bring up.
proper 12 is more poppy and robust, and you get all the flavors are they're just more present right off the bat.
Okay.
And the finish is more peppery. It's just more. I don't know. It's more suitable for what I like.
Okay.
This just seems to be very bleh. It kind of starts here and it never pops, and then it just sinks at the end.
Sure.
And then you get that shitty aftertaste.
That's the problem with it for me. Is even on the front of the palate, I think it's not too bad. I can get a little bit of sweetness out of there. I don't get any of the typical honey or I get a little bit of malt in there, but then when it's gone, that medicine sticks in the back of my tongue, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
there's that Irish
regular
funk. This is
people-
why I don't like Irish whiskeys, because they have that funk to
Okay.
them.
But
so
I mean,
now, do you think that's making you look for that funk? We should have probably done a whole, like, you don't know the name of this, and then try it. And you would,
Well,
if you would have
we
said
did
it's
that,
got a
though.
funk and I bet you
We
it's
did that.
Irish, then I'd believe you. But I
We-
think you knew ahead of time, so you already had your preconceived notions.
I actually didn't. On this one, I purposely bought the one that was a
Nice.
bourbon finish because I
You were
thought,
hopeful?
oh,
You were hopeful.
this will. And honestly, I don't look at it for the funk or not the funk or absence of funk or whatever. I honestly bought this because
of funk.
I wanted to try funk you. I wanted to try. Again, I don't like Irish whiskeys. I thought I'm willing to pull one bottle out here
Okay.
and sample it. To
I
be fair
do
to it
applaud
and
you
see if
for
I don't
even
have
going
the
out
funk.
of your comfort zone.
And I'm sorry about doing it. I don't hate it. Honestly, I
Okay.
don't hate it. I wouldn't give it a. If somebody served this to me,
What
at
would
a
you
party-
put this up against Adnams? Or was it Adnams?
Oh no, no.
but this is
miles
way-
above
way
Adnams.
better.
Really? Okay.
Way
okay.
better than Adnams.
So there we go.
but I also think this
That's
is
the
way
English one though.
this is way better
Yeah, I've never
than
had
regular
that.
Jameson's as well.
You don't want to.
Okay, all right. So let's get into that.
We still have a movie to
It
review.
is better.
How many
Where are we
minutes
at?
do we have?
We're 20
22.
minutes. We're all right. The next movie will go quick, I'm sure. I think this is better than a basic Irish whiskey. I haven't had all the Irish whiskeys. There is another one that's out there, and I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. Somebody gave me as a gift that is actually a good Irish whiskey.
Okay.
I've got it in my bar. You guys come over. I'll let you sample some. But it's rare, right? And I was afraid of Proper 12 because I thought, this is like, it's McGregor's stuff, and he doesn't know shit
I did
about
not
whiskey.
think I was going to like it.
Right.
I have to say
I
I was
avoided it
skeptical.
because of that.
I was really skeptical, but
He just put his name on it.
I
Yeah.
liked it.
Like he had
Which
nothing
is
to do
fine.
with
He
it.
did. He
Yeah.
But it
bought
brought
the
it to
place.
the
He
light,
bought the
right?
place.
Right.
and
You guys
did
would
it.
never
He didn't
probably even
decide
tried
the
it.
recipe. Agreed,
I had no
but-
idea, and when my buddy handed it to me, he said it's Conor McGregor's whiskey. So I'm
Yep,
like, okay,
yep.
I'll try it.
Right.
And I tried it, and I was like, yeah, wow, it's not bad. It's not bad. And then the more I drank it, the more it grew on me. And I finished the bottle in a few months, and then I went and I bought another one. And it's
Compared-
not terribly expensive. Oh, I like it a lot better than this.
Well, clearly, but do you get the same sort of funk, Irish funk in there?
No,
Okay.
that has such nice poppy flavors that you really don't get. The only thing at the end of that to me is there's pepperiness to it, which it's not quite as peppery as the Long Branch,
Right.
but it's
Which is
close.
weird.
Yeah, it's very
Because that's got the mesquite, which sweetens it up.
Right.
correct. But it's very present, and it's at the end.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
the proper 12 is like that with the pepperiness at the end. So if there was anything there, I think it would be nullified by that.
You want to just pass that bottle to him because
Yeah.
he's going to take it home. I ain't taking that shit home.
You
take the
finished it.
dump
I mean,
bottle.
I'll finish the glass. I
Right,
don't
right,
hate it.
right. Again,
There you
I
go.
don't hate
See?
it.
I don't hate it. I would never buy it.
If somebody gave that to me at a party, I would finish my glass and then just ask for something else.
Wow. It's still rude.
But so
They should know better than to serve me that shit.
But I mean,
Sorry.
I think, but there's a huge difference between that statement and, well, okay. If the only other things that were on the shelf were Jameson and Zachariah Harris,
Ooh.
Well, Jameson. Honestly,
You would take
Zachariah
Jameson
You
over
take
this?
Jameson over this?
Oh, I thought you said between Zachariah Harris. and
No.
Jameson.
Between the three of these.
So no, you just said you'd finish the bottle and then you'd ask for
The
something
glass,
else.
not the bottle. Not the bottle.
Well, if the only other things that were available were a Jameson or a Zachariah Harris,
I would keep drinking that.
and
It's above Zachariah Harris and Jameson.
and obviously the bar's pretty low. But I mean, I think that's the point. And you know, yes, I amended my review to a 2.5 because I think it's very drinkable. But in the same way, I agree with you. If I went, having drank it, if I go to the store to buy it,
There you go.
and I have
There you go.
other things to spend my money on, I don't know that that's what I would buy.
Here,
Correct.
you get a gift card to your local alcohol store.
Okay.
The only thing you can buy is an Irish whiskey. Which do you buy?
What a dumb fucking story.
No, it's the person purposely said, here's your gift card, but you can only buy an Irish. Which one would you buy?
What
Did
kind
you
of
call
gift
it
card
an
would that be?
alcohol store, not a liquor store?
I
You
said
call it
alcohol. Because it
stores
could be
in
in it,
the
whatever,
country?
alcohol.
Okay. I'm sorry,
It's
what was the
appropriate.
question?
This
If
is a-
you were
is this
given a
good
gift
time
card-
to invite Benny's to sponsor?
Yes.
Sure, yes.
Benny's. Prove us wrong.
Or
send us some free
ABC's in
shit,
Florida.
But not Irish. All right.
If you can't find it at Benny's,
I can only buy
not worth drinking.
Only an Irish whiskey.
Irish whiskey.
Yeah.
Well, then there's, like I said, there's an Irish whiskey, and I think it's called Clodagh or something, not Clodagh, something like that. It's got a statue on the front of some kind. God, I wish I would
Nelson?
remember that. I'll have to find it. But I would buy that
Okay.
because I've had that. I have it in my bar currently. It was a gift, granted.
All right.
Would I buy another bottle?
Well, I'm done with
I
you
don't know, but it's
bashing
good.
the Irish whiskeys. So let's move on to the actual film that we watched.
Good idea.
I will let you kind of
We
describe.
did a long
the-
time on that one.
Yeah, that was.
But it was worth it because it was an Irish.
Correct,
We
yes.
hate
And
Irish.
I mean, no
So you
harm. I
exploit
mean, no
it.
harm to not like it that much. I really, because you guys.
Hey,
What's
hey,
sucking up?
What do you think? You're offending
Just
them?
being
Again.
honest. Just being
Are
honest.
you
Again,
you're worried about offending
the whole
them?
point-
I don't. I've never met these guys.
The
before.
whole point of
that.
this.
You did not
They're
offend
gonna
me.
be like,
You're
"Why
entitled to
don't
your
bring
opinion."
this.
Oh my God.
The whole point is for this to be a discussion.
Yes.
Yep.
It really doesn't do us any good if
everybody likes it and
everyone
everybody
likes it
just
in the
goes-
exact same way.
Killer
And-
boots, man.
And honestly, I applaud you for trying an Irish whiskey and actually liking it.
I was pleasantly surprised.
So, does this change your mind on all Irish whiskeys?
No.
it can't.
Does it change your mind? Well, does it change your mind on trying more Irish whiskeys?
He's made me want to try Proper 12. So.
I'm in the same
potentially.
way. Yeah.
Yeah, but
you should
and,
try it.
And again, probably because of that as well. I mean, it's you're 100% correct. It's like I have a blinker in my head of walking straight past the Irish whiskey
Yep. Me too.
part of
Me
part of
too.
the aisle.
Me too.
This is
Who
just
hurt you when you were young?
Obviously,
There's
I'm
this Irishman that looked at me crossways when I was getting on the subway. What are you guys calling over there?
fuck those IRA.
Okay,
IRA
all right.
people.
Movie.
Sorry,
Movie.
probably wouldn't
What
get
movie?
political.
So what movie were we?
You don't have
did
any
we watch?
Irish in you, do you?
No.
God,
Would
we're
you-
only
would you
30
like
minutes
some?
in.
Oh boy! All right.
All right,
Cut.
Halloween 3.
yay!
Season of the Witch.
Season of the Witch. So as I'll do the kind of precursor, and we can obviously talk about it. So as
What? We got to rate it though.
Oh,
Are you
shit.
just going to introduce
Well,
it?
yes. Well, I
can
thought you were going to
introduce it.
describe the
Halloween
movie.
3.
Let's just do the quick rating. That's the music that we're going. Yes. 5 more seconds till we give our rating. Okay.
Ready?
All right. Are we ready?
Yeah.
I think I've got it right
Come
this
on,
time.
man.
You ready for this?
Yeah. Let's fucking go.
1, 2.
Boom. Yes. All right.
Oh, it looks like I gave the highest rating.
You did.
Yes.
I gave it the lowest.
All right.
All right.
I gave it a 3.2.
Wait, we keep saying this, but we do a podcast.
Oh,
You
yes.
got to explain. Say what numbers. you
I
gave.
got a 3.5.
I gave it a 3.2.
And when he says I, that first one's Warwick. in case you
Warwick.
can't-
I,
I'm
Logan Lynch, gave it a 3.2.
I'm English Warwick.
I guess did we even do that in the last one?
No.
I think I said.
Because we fuck
said.
up everything.
I'm gonna have my own like
the
kind of
alcohol.
nickname.
Good. What's
I'm
it
gonna
gonna
be English Warwick.
English Warwick as opposed to the American
The Scottish
Warwick.
Warwick.
Because Warwick is such an
The
American
Irish
name.
Warwick? All right.
No, it wouldn't be Irish.
And Michael.
Mike the barbecue guy gives it a 4.
Mike the Bar, you got a
Damn,
nickname
he's got his
too.
own nickname. Man, you're
Lon
Lon's
Black gave it a
looking less and less like he needs to be here.
2.5.
I know, right? It's like he is not.
2.5, and especially after giving this movie that rating.
Fuck me.
2.5.
All right, so
Why? You'll find out in a minute.
Okay.
This movie.
then let's
Still sucks.
we're less than a minute, but give us your reasoning behind your 2.5.
Okay. So there are movies that suck and still have an endearing quality to them,
TCM.
like Texas Chainsaw,
No.
New Generation.
Wait, did you rated this less than Texas Chainsaw?
I just realized that.
Jesus.
This movie was just fucking stupid. Now
No,
listen. Now hold on.
Jesus.
Hold on.
Swear.
It has
Science.
some
I'm
endearing
lost.
qualities. Listen.
I think I see
Listen.
Mike's fist just going.
That's so sad.
Listen.
I am so glad you're on that side of the table right now.
It has some endearing qualities about it.
Okay.
It's becoming more popular now because it got shit on when it first came out because it wasn't a Halloween movie like everybody thought. Michael Myers is going to be in Halloween 3, and everybody got disappointed that he wasn't in there. That was a
He is in there.
That was a
Except for-
huge.
Yes.
He is, but
Yeah,
not
bastard.
the way people have expected him to be in there. That it got shit on and was and taken out of the theaters after a week, and shoved away. The distribution only came out afterwards. That when the series or the chains came out of the sequel. God damn it!
Come on, you'll get it.
When the franchise
There
was
it is.
expanding and throwing out more, they brought that back, and it's gotten a lot of popularity now
Yes.
for being a good standalone movie.
Yes.
And I thought, and I was buying into it too. I love the characters. I love the 3 masks. I love the kids in the masks. I love when they do the going town to town and showing the kids in the Halloween costumes and the sunsets. And I loved all that stuff. And I thought, total Halloween stuff. This movie made absolutely no fucking sense. And if you thought the fucking Chainsaw New Generation made no sense, that was a fucking Shakespearean play compared to the no sense that this one made.
I just don't
No
I
sense.
am
Dost
lost.
thou
No
not have
sense.
a brain?
No sense at all.
That movie,
None at all.
The other movie where we talked about, there was not 2 dots you could even connect together.
Yes.
Oh,
string it in.
absolutely, there were. It was a ridiculousness.
There was an
movie.
actual story in Halloween.
Absolutely.
But the story made no sense. We'll get into it. Go ahead. Let's hear your stupid.
So-
your honest. review.
So my opinion of this movie is similar. I was upset that it was tied into the Halloween franchise, but I knew that the original reasoning behind the Halloween series was supposed to be. These were all supposed to be
It's an
just
anthology
stories.
story.
Correct. It was
Correct.
supposed to be just stories of things
what it was
happening on
supposed to be.
Halloween. But Michael Myers was so popular, they threw him in the second one, and that's why he tried to kill him off in the end. And that's why he, spoiler. They
If you
set him
haven't
on
watched
fire.
any of the
He's
Halloween
done.
movies
If
by
you haven't
now,
seen Halloween 2,
fuck off.
Go
Go watch a
Go watch
barbecue
it.
channel or some shit.
Come back in a couple of years.
This
Why,
ain't
why-
the channel.
why would you do that?
But it to me as a standalone movie, it's a fun movie. Like it's
Yeah.
fun, but it's also. Is it scary? Probably not as scary. Tension-wise, I liked the tension of it. The movie itself lends to it does the throwback now to keep it in the same universe with showing Halloween
In a very
in
subtle
the
way, but sure.
yeah.
Sure.
But all in all, I felt like
They're
the
calling
acting
up their own failures
was
is
pretty
what they're
good. The characters, they could have explained a little bit more, but I think that's part of Carpenter's thing is to leave it a little open. Hey, open-ended. We'll leave it so that you don't fully know exactly the reasoning behind certain things, but. I
You don't know exactly the reasoning behind certain things.
What
Let
do
me
you
go
know?
through some of the stupid shit that this movie presented.
Okay.
That they tried. I'm all for the willing suspension of disbelief,
Yes.
right? But
Says the guy watches J-horror on a regular basis.
which
anyway.
is phenomenal. We are going to do a whole. We're going to do a
We'll do a
3-episode
series on
run
that.
on J horror because it is just fucked up and awesome. Now, back to this. There are so many things that make absolutely no sense in this.
Okay.
That I could not get into it. Was the acting good? Not so much.
It was way better than Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
I disagree. I think Matthew McConaughey, and we're talking about Texas Chainsaw New Generation.
Which we
Matthew
should probably leave to the finish of the bottle, but
That's true. But, okay, so we'll skip that. But the acting was okay. But the doctor, nobody likes the doctor. Nobody wants it. He's having trouble with his wife, and he runs off with a chick who's 25 years old, and he's 50. And he grabs
More
a
power to
six-pack
him,
of beer
man.
and jumps out. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I gotta go to a conference.
Great.
And fuck the shit out of this 25-year-old.
But I'm looking at this guy going, this woman who, by the way,
Is that not,
Dude, it was the 80s.
exactly? Is this not more
Okay.
true to form?
Oh,
Like, that would
exactly.
be.
Okay.
I'm surprised there wasn't like lines of
That
coke
was,
on
Yeah, he
the
was doing
that was
lines
very
of-
common.
like off the
That's
back.
when my parents got
no
divorced.
seatbelt, no seatbelt, bench seats. I get you on that part.
Yeah.
But we could go through all the things that don't make any sense.
Okay.
For instance, the biggest problem I have is they're going through the factory showing you all these masks, and everybody's busy making masks. It's the day before Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Their plan is to kill off all the children in the world with this mask. Who are they going to be
It's a
selling these
minute
masks
detail.
to?
Come on.
I have.
Who are they-
I have
what
a
are they
reason
doing
for
with
They're,
the
that.
they're getting
I
ready
have a
for
reason
next
for that.
year.
Correct.
Nobody's going to be left.
But they,
So-
but,
The
they,
kids are dead.
but they already know that they're not going to get 100% viewer
Yes.
take on it.
Wait a minute.
He's a
so you're saying
businessman.
all these kids die wearing this mask. That company's going to have great sales next year.
No, but they can also say
Maybe.
Maybe.
they could label it a misfire.
great
Come
masks.
on.
Yeah.
Label it a misfire for 18 million
So,
units sold. Okay.
but that, now,
Liability
now,
insurance
well,
covers
you
it.
changed my
Go
mind.
here, to get you to think a little bit deeper about that.
Think deeper, long.
Colonel Cochran. I never can say this. I'm just going to call him Cochran. What is
The
one of
lawyer?
the things they mentioned in the movie? He's the genius practical joker, correct? The reason I took it was because I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, there's a box of these fucking things. What are they going to do?
Right. They're killing off their clients.
He could have said, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry." I mean, think about some of the stuff that happens nowadays. People get on and go apologize and say, "I'm sorry." You know, I'll step down, even stuff
Okay.
like that.
Okay.
I'm sorry I killed 18 million people.
Yeah.
Right. Oh,
But
and
now
then when
here's
they
the
look at it and
kicker.
go, well,
Here's the
why
kicker.
did you put a computer chip in the fucking tag?
Because that was
oh,
part
it was
of
an accident.
Yeah, that
I
was
didn't
part of
mean
our
to put a chip
RFID.
in there.
No, but what's this dust that's inside of it?
computer
It's
chip.
from Stonehenge.
Okay.
No, but if you think about
Okay.
it, his mindset could have been he was planning ahead because a lot of the shit he was doing, he planned so far ahead. He could have been planning ahead that it was stopped. And so then if it was stopped, that none of that would have happened until the following year.
And now he
so
has
then could
another
have
whole
sold-
batch of
Yes.
masks.
There you go. He could sell a whole nother year's worth,
He's a
even though he
lot.
killed off his top seller.
He is a genius.
Luck is where preparation and opportunity intersect, and he was prepared.
I
Yes.
think you're intersexed. I think you're full of shit. Is what I think
So
you are.
okay, so we'll I think we'll go like around to the highest review.
All right.
So I'll go next. So
Okay.
so I do agree. I literally remember walking into a video store and renting this when it came out on video,
Yeah.
thinking that I was going to be watching the next Michael Myers
Right.
Movie.
Right. You and I both. We're the
And
same.
put it in the VCR and played it. It was like, okay, where's Michael Myers?
there he
Like,
is.
Right.
You know, and so I'm not going to lie and say when I saw it as a 12,
Young lad.
13-year-old kid, I was probably a little bit disappointed that there wasn't
Yeah,
Michael Myers.
I remember being pissed off myself. Sure, when it first came out.
But subsequently, and especially since I've become like more wise, and
That's what we think.
and basically able to understand, like, you know, obviously with the premise of the original Halloween was, again, just a franchise. It was never supposed to be, Halloween 2 was never supposed to happen. It was only basically because of the fact that Halloween did so well that the only way he'd get financing for 3 was if he did 2.
Correct. With Michael Myers.
With Michael Myers. That was never supposed to be the way it was.
Correct.
It was supposed to go.
Correct.
So, viewed in that guise, and looking at it as a standalone movie, I think it's great. I think it's a great 80s horror movie. I think it has a great story. Yeah, there's some stupid parts in it.
Some.
Don't get me wrong. I mean,
Some.
it's like my favorite part in it is when the doctor, I have his name, Chalice, stumbles across that room and bumps into the mannequin who's knitting, and the head falls off, and all you see is like the
A couple
the
wheels,
the wheels and stuff
wheels,
in
yeah.
there. I'm like,
That's running a whole
I'm
life
I do
robot.
hope
Yeah.
that the mannequins that are going around killing people and driving and following commands have a little bit more in there than a few kind of cogs in it.
And honestly, I was willing to suspend my disbelief for that one. I said, okay, let's say he can make mannequins that are complete robots that look real, act real, sneeze.
Which I just thought
Blinking.
that was like.
I said, okay, I'll buy that one. But it
Okay,
was just
I'm going to throw this trivia question out there. One of the robots was from Halloween 2. Do you know which one it was?
No.
I'll give you an even bigger clue. He played Michael Myers
What?
in Halloween 2.
Was he one of the main robots that actually had a kill? Or was he one ancillary one that stood in front of
He
the
himself
station
got
wagon
killed.
kind of?
And came back.
Oh, so the main, wait a minute, the main guy with the coif hairdo?
He had white hair.
Yeah, white hair coif. He was in the elevator. He's the one
Am
who
I?
sneezed. He's the one who sneezed.
I'm hoping Mike gets that one.
I can't remember if the same Michael Myers actor was in 1 and 2, and then I can't
No,
even remember. Okay,
There were two
and
actors.
the
Yeah, but-
original, his name evades me right now.
Yeah, but this
I
guy was
always
not very
know it,
tall.
but I can't think of
You'll
it right
know it
now.
once
The
I say
robot
it.
guy was not
Okay.
very tall. Michael Myers actors were always pretty tall.
No, not the 1 and 2. I
Two
don't.
was actually smaller.
Right.
Yeah.
2 also played in the guy that I'm talking about also was Snake Plissken's stunt double as well.
Oh.
Who is it?
Dick Warlock.
Dick.
Warlock.
Good old
Good
Dick.
name.
Yeah.
Dick
Wow.
Warlock.
Dick
Good old
Warlock.
Dick.
He should be a
Holy
porn actor.
shit.
Yes.
No shit, that's got to be a porn name.
Oh, yeah.
Dick Warlock?
There was a meme
Okay.
going around with it.
All right.
But
So
yes,
did you
he was-
finish your thoughts?
I'll finish mine and pass it over to our
The
4.
highest rating, a 4. You gave it a 4. That's high praise, man. What
When-
the fuck were you thinking?
When I was a kid, I hated it because it didn't have Michael Myers in it.
Yep, me
But
too.
at that time, I was just a kid,
Yep.
and I didn't really look at it as its own movie. I think it's sort of like the latest Halloween, Halloween Ends.
Yeah.
I hate it, but I also think if I just take that movie and I put it on its own, and I look at the storytelling and the story, I actually thought it was a pretty well done movie. But
I
it
agree with
ruins
both
the
of those.
franchise.
I agree with both those.
It ruins the franchise if Michael Myers is all you care about, which is really the way I am 99%.
Yeah.
Now, Halloween 3, when I got a little older, and I would, because it's on all the time, AMC or whatever.
Yeah,
every
it's always on
Halloween.
TV. Yeah.
I always watch it. I like the movie. It keeps my attention, and I think that I expect it to be stupid, because I think the whole premise of the movie really doesn't make any sense if you want to look at it from a technical eye.
Right.
Not even technical,
but
just
you're
storytelling.
watching a movie,
There's
and
too
it's
many
Halloween.
holes.
You
Yeah.
know?
I understand. I get
It's a
that.
way to tie it on.
I get that. So I agree
take
with
it.
you.
I take it and I separate it from the series, and I
Yep.
just look at the characters. I look at the way the story was told. I look at the build up to the ending, and all the cool stuff that they did in that movie for the time that it was made.
Yeah.
I thought it's almost a perfect 80s horror flick.
No,
That's the key. It's of a time.
Yeah, it's
You
all the
know,
time. It's not Friday the 13th or
No. I get what you're saying, and that's probably the reason it's gotten more attention now as being a good standalone movie. I get certain idealistic, like I bought the collectible of the 3 masks, the kids in the masks and stuff like that.
Yep.
And I love
gave
it
a
because
2.5.
yeah, because the characters I love, the masks I love.
the doctor character I like. What's
I-
his name?
Tom Atkins.
Yeah,
Tom Atkins.
I thought he did a great job.
I
I
do.
thought he
Excellent.
played a great part.
I
really.
think he's okay. I don't think he's a great actor, but he's not a big actor. He does horror movies. He does
Yep.
these little.
I could have
and
done
he's
he
without,
did
good at
I could
that.
have done
He did
without
Lethal
seeing his
Weapon,
ass
too.
in the movie.
Well,
but
sure,
that's
but
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
Lethal Weapon, but he had a smaller part in Lethal
Yeah,
Weapon.
but I'm
And-
saying I've seen him in a lot of movies, and
Yeah.
I've never watched anything he's been in and thought, well, he really sucked in this.
But I have trouble believing, and again, I have trouble believing that a guy like him, because he's not like a pretty boy, he's not like a well-built guy, and he got that
He's a
hot chick. He
doctor.
got what's her name? That's freaking. She was gorgeous.
Yeah, Ellie's. I
Ellie,
don't remember.
whatever.
her
What's
name.
her real
Ellie
name?
Grimbridge, Stacey Nelkin.
Stacy,
No.
she's gorgeous,
Yeah.
and
She's
she's
totally
going
cute.
after
My
him.
God.
Dude, it was the
But-
80s.
right,
He-
right,
and he's,
right. No, I
and
get
he's
that, I
a
get that.
doctor. He's
I
a
get that.
doctor.
See,
Right.
that's the only thing
Oh,
I wish
gold
they
digger.
would have had.
Okay,
is
good.
If
No,
he
you're
was a
right, you're right.
detective, I think that would have been a little more believable.
Like
Because then he would have been like, "What's going on here?" Whereas a doctor is going to be like, "This guy died. It was weird. Fuck it, I got more
Move-
patience."
move
right?
on. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I never really even thought about it from that angle, but I still thought I still thought he did I mean, if he's just a do-gooder, right?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's a lot of I get it. But when you watch any movie like that, you have to just turn a blind eye to some things. I mean, you have to. Otherwise, how are you going to enjoy half of the horror movies? Let's be honest.
Oh no, I
or any
get
J
that.
horror movie.
Listen, I agree with that, but I think the thing with J horror movies too, and just to kind of
Well, blood
pontificate
sprays
on
out for
that,
10 minutes, you know.
That's what I
normal.
love. That's what I love. The same reason I like Texas Chainsaw Massacre: New Generation, and I didn't like the movie. I like what happens in the movie. I love the acting in the movie. I love the over-the-topness of it. It's the same reason I like the J horror stuff, because it's over-the-top, ridiculous, stupid, can't happen, bizarre.
That's what you were just, that's exactly what you're saying about this movie.
But-
no.
no.
You just take out the I love it.
Not at all. Not at all.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think the point is with J horror, and again, this is way more of a finishing the bottle conversation. But like with J horror, it's like that is a style of movie,
A genre.
a genre. Thank you. It is a genre of movie where the expectation is over the top gore, over the top.
You expect you're going knowing that.
That is the whole
Absolutely.
point.
Absolutely.
When they created Texas Chainsaw Massacre, New Generation,
Yep.
Next Generation,
New.
New Generation. Okay, it's like that was supposed to be a horror movie.
No.
It was more horrible.
It was, and again, this is finishing the bottle stuff because we're talking about a movie we already did a review
Yes.
on. But it was meant to be a cartoonish send-up of the 80s.
Then make it a cartoon.
Right, but
Characters. They made it into a
was
cartoon.
never intended to be. We shouldn't talk about this.
You're right. Let's move on.
Done.
This is
But
fix them up.
let me explain
Okay,
something though.
go for
so
it.
the
I'll let you
over-the-topness
talk.
that I like, you're saying, well, why don't you like this one? Because it's not over the top.
I don't think it's over the top at all.
There's no
It doesn't
over the
need to
top.
be,
Oh, but you're
about
bringing up like, well, how's he expect to get masks if he's making masks the day before Halloween?
Exactly.
UPS could never ship that fast.
Exactly, but my voice was a little different, but yes.
You
Yes.
just look past that.
But here's the thing is,
Just- they're-
I can look past the robots.
They're trying to illustrate how the masks were made. That's why
Yes.
they're showing them make the masks.
Exactly, but that was just it. It was like, wait a minute, that
Like,
makes
well, it's
no
October
sense.
30th.
Right, but here's
That
the
makes no
but
sense.
here's the other
I-
thing.
okay.
Is you have to look on the fact that not everyone in the factory is in on what's going on.
Everyone in the
Correct.
factory is a robot.
Do you know that?
We don't know
Yes,
that.
they said the hobo in the alley that apparently
He brought all the people from
pre-COVID that he
outside.
let some hobo drink from his liquor bottle without a problem. Okay, but again, I can let that
It was
one
the
pass
80s.
by. Right, it was the 80s.
He would have done a line of coke otherwise.
But the thing is, he said, I can't get hired there. Everybody he has there has been brought in from the outside,
Okay.
meaning nobody from the town is there. And nobody else from
But
the
yeah,
outside
but
of town.
yeah,
They're all robots.
But so even like the
secretary, the delivery man.
Speaking of, that's another trivia.
Yes,
Well, I know I have trivia questions on that.
I
as
do
well.
too. But
Did you recognize as soon as the secretary started talking to them,
yes,
I immediately went, "Who the hell is that? That sounds super familiar."
the woman, the secretary.
Yeah.
Wasn't that lamb chop?
Nope.
Oh my
it's
God,
not.
no.
So this was one of my trivia questions, but I'm going to ask it now.
Okay, go ahead.
So who? There's a tie-in to a very famous Disney movie that woman was in.
Mary Poppins,
Nope.
Cinderella.
Had to be an old one, right? Had to be one of the older ones. It's not
Well,
gonna be
because she's
not gonna
old,
be Frozen.
ageist.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's not going to be Frozen
She
unless
was.
they froze her and
I'll,
brought her
I'll give you
back
this
to do
much. She was a voiceover.
Well,
She did a
yeah,
voice.
because they're
Well,
fucking
most of the
cartoons.
cartoons.
Hey, they're live action now. You don't know that. She was actually Flotsam and Jetsam in The Little Mermaid. She did the voice for them. As soon as I heard that, the funny thing is, my sisters, when I was younger, my sisters watched Little Mermaid.
But you
all
said you
the
recognized her.
Yes, I recognized that voice. I'm like, where
Or
have
you
I heard
recognized
that?
the
Recognized the
voice.
Yes, and then as soon as I heard that, I had to look because then I started. When I looked at her, the first thing I thought of was she was the secretary in Beetlejuice.
Yes.
That was my
Yes.
first thought.
Yes,
but she's
yes,
not.
yes.
She's
But
not.
she,
Oh,
I
she's
can
not?
get
She's
that. I
not.
can get
Oh
that.
my God,
I-
because
you
that-
marked
Yeah, that
Beetlejuice.
was the first thing I thought of, and
Please
then I
tell
went and
me
looked it
no
up, and I go,
Beetlejuice.
son of a bitch, she was Flotsam and Jetsam. So,
Okay.
Anyway.
So
we could lead that into keeping you quiet and going into movie trivia, but
oh no, my God, no. I've got a lot more to say.
okay, go for it.
So
You're wrong.
now you sound like me. You're okay.
He's got notes.
Oh,
here.
I've got so many
so,
notes.
so do I.
Okay, so I do have trivia too, but I'll get back to the trivia in a second.
I'll just sit.
Everybody knows. Well, no, that's trivia. Let me jump past that. I was trying to get to the things that just didn't make sense to things, right?
Bring it on.
The liquor store. When he goes in the liquor store, the town has a curfew. Everything closed at 9 o'clock.
Then
Why is
how
the
is
liquor
he-
store still open?
Because it's a liquor store.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Okay, thanks, Mike.
No.
What?
The curfew happened after he'd already left the liquor store.
Yes.
So the
No,
liquor.
the curfew happened. Then
Yeah,
they showed
it
him
was.
in the liquor store. If it's a curfew, then the people who own the liquor store would know. Get the fuck out. Turn off the lights. Get out.
But they also are robots, so they have to probably let him
Not
finish.
the townspeople
You don't
aren't
know that,
robots.
but maybe most of the townspeople, and maybe the bum was the only one left, right?
I
You
mean,
believe this guy?
See?
so as much
Hey,
as
he gave it a 4,
as
so-
much as I love the movie, I will say I do think it's kind of funny, and some would say convenient
Funnest.
that this
A barn? There's a barn, a bun? What are you saying?
this bum
Bum.
has been like walking around town like in theory for
Nobody
a
killed him
while.
yet.
No one's killed him.
And all of
but
a
the
sudden he gets
second
killed.
that he talks to this guy,
I've got more.
now so yes. Go
Did you
ahead.
notice that Cochrane has the 007 syndrome? You
what?
got the 007 syndrome.
Oh, that he
Hey,
explains,
come check out my whole operation.
Yes.
See how I do everything. And I'm not going to kill you. I'm going to put you over here just loosely tied to a chair that you have some sort of talent to flip a mask over a camera.
Yeah,
but,
that was pretty
but
good.
let me put you over here so
Yeah,
you
which
have a
that
chance
was
to ruin
that was
my
pretty
plans.
unbelievable. He's got to be one hell of a thrower. But
Yeah, but
now,
then instead of killing you, no, let me show you how I did
well,
everything.
so here's the thing though. When he threw that, yeah, it's all in the wrist. He
It's all in the wrist. He did this too.
yeah.
He
I
was really
thought
good
that-
at the, he had
so now to
forearm
me,
muscles
I took that
from
as
doing this a
I
lot.
took that as an homage to the original.
An homage. You
To the
really,
original Halloween. What happens in
really-
the original Halloween?
So-
he puts a mask, and all you see is the 2 eye holes.
That
right?
was the homage when they saw the camera and
Yeah.
it was looking through
Yep.
the killer's mask
There you
because
go.
Halloween was the first
So,
one that
yeah.
did that
Yep.
to look through the killer's
Checkmate.
mask and his eyes.
POV.
Yes, but it was a stupid fucking way to get
But
there.
do you think though that because think about it
Don't
when
get mad.
he at the very end of it. Now this is one of my gripes about the movie, the ending. All of that happens. He looks up to Tom Atkins' character, Dr. Chalice, and what does he do?
Applauds him.
Yes.
Because hey, good fucking job, you beat me at my game, right?
Don't run. Don't get help. Oh, and how about this? You have one of my robots running with you.
Yeah,
but
that's
she's not
why-
going to stop
because
you.
he didn't care.
She's going to wait till you successfully destroy my factory, get halfway across town, and then she's going to attack you.
Well, okay, I'll do one better for you. And again, I love this movie.
Except for
So dropping the Silver Shamrock little pieces and with the thing going on, how is that stopping the broadcast
it's not. It didn't.
out
He had
to
to stop that by going to a gas station.
Yeah.
Because that'll stop it.
And he
Right.
made one phone call.
one
Yeah.
phone call.
Every
And-
television
and
in
of
the
course he
world.
used the secret like I'm a doctor.
Uh-huh.
Therefore, please just
And then he said,
And
"I'm a
then-
lawyer next."
please
was the
take
other
please
You
take
can
off.
trust me. I'm a doctor.
Yeah.
Wait,
Please
that's
take
a
off
different
the air
movie.
something that is clearly good, you're going to make like millions and millions of
Right.
dollars off.
They've got a paid commercial, but because some doctor who has no proof says take it off the air, they took him off
It's
the
the
air.
80s. Dude.
And
Don't give it that bullshit.
It's the 80s. There's so many
Don't
In the
give it
movies.
that
80s, you used to be able to
bullshit.
walk onto the tarmac at the airport, so I wouldn't put it past them
So
to say
a company, so you think that television companies that are making millions of dollars off of this ad,
They already
are
got
gonna
their
stop
millions of
it
dollars. They had
because
to
it
get
got-
paid for
no,
it, right?
they didn't show it. That's a lawsuit.
and
well, but
the reality
Which
of the
is more important?
The
So
reality
wait a
of the
minute.
fact is,
Oh,
like if we're really talking about the real world here, at the end of the day, all of the NBC, ABC, all those kind of TV networks,
BBC?
it's the local affiliate that controls the ads that are
True.
being shown. So
Not global or not
calls-
nationwide.
He can only possibly be calling his local affiliate to get those things taken down.
Which, by the way, every doctor knows the number for the local affiliate television
No, he
station.
called the operator. He said,
it's-
operator.
Yeah, back in the day,
Nice.
right?
Yeah.
KL
Get 'em, Mike.
72560.
Get 'em.
It's written on the wall in the gas.
Because you're like, real world. It's
It's-
real world about any of
But
these
it's-
movies.
But it's so opposite of real world. They,
But
for
it-
instance,
but it's
here's
not
another
supposed
thing.
to be real
Here's
world.
another thing. When the robots, he's getting the plan to dump all the chips out there so they automatically can shoot all the robots magically. But oh, I get it. There's magic involved because it's the Stonehenge, and that's whoa, okay, magic.
Yeah.
But he knows.
Do you know what it took to get the stone over there?
A lot.
Apparently, he's not going to tell you.
Yeah.
But it was a lot.
But it was a lot to get it here. I won't tell you, but it was a lot. But for some reason, the Dr. Chalice knows all the right buttons to push to get everything to go on the TV.
He's a
and where the
doctor.
robots
He's
are like,
smart.
the robots are like, I don't know how to turn it off. This doctor
In Dr.
outsmarted us.
Chalice's defense, he
Fucking
was there
defend him.
and watched the
Humans
guy
will
do that to
always trump
kill the
robots.
people. He
Oh
killed
my
when
God.
he killed the family, he watched
Oh
the guy
my God.
push the buttons.
Oh yeah, so he memorized which buttons to push. See,
Dude,
there was like
he's a
30
doctor.
buttons
Dude, he's
he
a
pushed.
doctor. He's a
In a
doctor.
certain order he had to, oh yeah. Oh,
You know how many things he had
That
to
was like a
memorize?
Commodore
Tests he had to
64.
pass to become a doctor?
These guys are IT motherfuckers, and we can't get proper audio.
Yeah, but they're robots.
No, they're not robots. They're humans.
How do you know?
Jesus Christ. Okay, we've got to move on to trivia.
No,
here,
we
'cause
don't.
We're at 55
oh my!
minutes.
I'm not done bashing this.
No,
fucking
because you can't
movie.
bash it anymore, because I've got questions.
So did you know, and I'm sure you do,
Okay.
Go ahead.
that so the original screenwriter was a guy by the name of Nigel Neal, and the original script was actually supposed to be a lot funnier and less gory.
Oh, I thought it was hilarious.
And so basically, the producers came, Dino De Laurentiis came in and said, it's like, it's a Halloween movie. It's like it needs to be gory. And so he actually wanted his name taken off of the film.
There's a lot of people who wanted their name taken off the film because they knew that it was not going to be well received because they didn't have Michael
Well, and
Myers.
look at it now.
It's true.
Look at
And
now.
It's what?
How many people love Halloween 4? Yeah. How many people will watch Halloween 3 on a regular occasion?
I don't
At least
think
How
either
many
of those
people like
numbers are very
Halloween
large.
6? Yeah. Thorn?
I
Anyway.
don't think I don't think any of those are true.
All right.
Okay.
I'm just throwing shit out there. Okay. So here's one of my trivia questions, which I think Mike's going to nail this one. How many teeth does the digital pumpkin in the beginning in the intro have?
Oh, that's pretty easy.
3.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
See?
Just had to use the old noggin.
Yeah. See, there we go.
They
Wasn't
only
many.
Show it and flash it in your face
can
a
I-
couple
can I do one?
billion
Sure.
times.
The very first time you hear the Silver Shamrock song, how many days until Halloween?
6.
No. 8.
I'll let him answer. Yeah, I actually knew that one.
Right,
Yep,
yeah.
yep.
It's drilled. Yeah, it's
Okay.
drilled in our heads.
Which stone was stolen from Stonehenge?
Do you want me to give them a chance?
The big one.
Yes. Okay, they had their chance.
Yeah, I don't know.
That would be the blue stone, the
Okay.
1 of 19.
Yep. How much did it weigh? Oh, yeah, gotcha, bitch.
Well, you're so calm
You
about
say
this
it.
stuff.
A lot.
You're
Yeah.
so calm about it.
Yep.
More than 10 pounds.
It was 5 tons. That was a bonus.
And you know what it took to get there?
And
Yeah.
The aliens moved it.
and when was it stolen?
The day that it was stolen?
Well, in other words, it's like from the point you see the news story.
That was the 24th, I believe.
Well, so basically 9 months ago. 9 months ago is when the stone was stolen.
Oh, okay.
9 months before he started using
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
To put, okay.
Yeah, because they were bringing it back up. That's
Yes.
right. Okay.
And it took a lot to bring it
But you
there.
got
A
another
lot. We don't know what.
I'll
but
let
a
you
lot.
throw. Go ahead.
This is an easy one. But so when he goes to the gas station, there is a particular oil
Yeah, I knew this one.
that is like shown everywhere. Do you know what that is?
I'll let them go first.
So you got to be prepared for this level of shit.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen that movie a lot of times, but I can't. I mean, I can guess, but I don't know.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Just a
Go ahead,
guess.
give it a shot.
Pennzoil.
Nailed it.
That's absolutely correct.
Nailed it. Yep.
Do you know what the name of the gas attendant is?
The gas attendant, did you say?
I am training him.
Yes,
Young Petty one over here.
It's the same. Look at you, all proud of your little
Earl.
youngling.
No,
it was-
but actually,
it was
that's
the
a
name
good
of the
guess.
gas
That's a
station.
good
It
guess.
was the guy's name in the gas station. That's who, the guy, the attendant. It was his name on the gas station.
So
It
what
was
is it?
also the guy who did the hotel. By the way.
No. This is the original. No, I have that question as well. But the original guy who first.
Very first.
The very
beginnings.
first guy, the black guy. That,
Oh, okay. I don't know that one. Wow.
You ready? You want me to answer?
Go
You want to say in unison and hold each other's hands?
Yes. Walter.
And
Walter.
Walter Jones.
Walter Jones. And what was the name of the gas station? Walter's Gas?
Pennzoil gas station.
Wow.
I don't know.
Fail. Okay.
Silver Shamrock.
Go for it.
Okay.
Do you
To
have
that
one?
point, sure. So the gas station, what was the price of gas? That was one of yours.
At Walters or at the gas station in Santa
Mira.
What was the gas station in Santa Mira? You didn't want to say the name of the gas station in Santa Mira?
Well, it was Rafferty's.
Yeah,
Gas station.
Rafferty's.
All right. So what was the gas price at Rafferty's?
$1.32 and 9 cents.
There you go.
That was unleaded. Super unleaded was
I
$1.46. Just in
just-
case you were wondering.
Those are some good
I
gas.
knew he would fucking have that.
Yeah.
I just
So
wanted
okay,
to
here's a
beat
good
him
one.
to
This is
that
gonna
trivia.
this is gonna tickle your brain a
Okay.
little. What day and time was Dan, the Dr. Chalice, his ex-wife, saying he needed to pick up the kids the very first time they talk?
Ooh.
October 30th.
No, just day of the week. Give you
Oh,
I know. Ultimately, it was. He said he would take them for Saturday,
that. Okay.
Right.
At what time?
7 o'clock.
what time he would pick them up?
Yes.
I think it was 6 o'clock.
Earlier.
5 o'clock.
Go for 5. Go
4
for 5
o'clock.
o'clock.
10 a.m.
Wow, that's a long day.
You say 11.
Who needs the kids
Yeah.
that
And
day?
what kind of doctor can do his doctor shit and then just take up and leave with some hot chick
Saturday.
for
He's
4 or
supposed to be
5
off.
days? Oh yeah, all doctors get off on
Yep,
Saturday.
yep.
I
Can't
forgot.
All right.
my calls,
So
cancel
now-
my
Right,
appointments.
that's
Now,
what
this
I'm
is
hitting the
this
golf
is going to be
course.
one of my tough ones. I'm going to throw this one out there.
Okay.
What kind of football play was run while he's sitting in the
When they
the
switched
bar?
off the cartoon and changed it
What
from
kind
the
of football
cartoon
play
to-
was run to score the touchdown?
I'm going to say it was a flea flicker.
Okay.
72 wise, spy banana 81.
Wow, that's
I don't
very
remember.
fucking specific.
I have no idea.
Double reverse.
There you go.
Do you know what the name of the cartoon was that they turned off?
The name of the cartoon with the dancing weed? No, I just figured dancing weed
It was actually
good
called
enough.
the Cigarette and the Weed.
The cigarette.
There you go.
Can we ask again? Talk about reality. Why was a fucking cartoon on at a fucking bar?
Well, I don't
Who
disagree.
the hell puts a cartoon on at a fucking
Like,
bar?
we don't know what kind of town this is.
Oh.
Why would the bar be going? You know what? Everyone's going to want to watch.
Right.
They're going to want to watch
Let's
this
put on a
cartoon.
cartoon. And then he goes, "Oh, can we change the channel? Oh, you don't like fun? No, I don't like fucking cartoons."
Do you know who the voice of the operator was when Chalice is trying to call
Yes.
Tackle? And I'll also give you an extra hint. She was also the voice of the on the PA to say it's curfew.
Oh, her I don't know. I know who did the voiceover for the radio commercial or for the television commercial. Watch the
No,
put your mask
different
on.
person.
Okay.
So when he's
Yeah, I know
when
that,
he's
but-
when he's calling and
Okay.
he keeps getting the operator because he can't
yeah.
call out.
Yeah.
Do
Who?
you know who that is?
I won't even take a guess at that one.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
No fucking way.
Should have known that.
That's an awesome one.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's one of the ones you guys should be like, "Oh, that's fucking cool." Because I was that way.
That is pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
I've got to.
You know-
Now you change
I've
your
got to
rating?
include this one.
No, fuck that.
Okay.
I've got to include this one.
Okay,
real
go
quick,
ahead.
real quick. What is Ellie's license plate? oh!
That would be
Did he write it down?
1BL1LI269.
Yes! Oh yes, I love
Finally
it.
learned what this motherfucker does. It took us like 12 episodes.
All right, here we go
but,
then. I got one for you that you're gonna eat your own face on. I don't know what that means, but what book is Marge reading?
Oh, that's good.
Oh, that's a good
I
one.
have no fucking clue.
No idea.
She's the one that accidentally has the.
By the way, it was
I had to
great
actually
special
look up.
effects.
I will give you
Yeah.
credit if you even got just the author, but
No, I'd not
the
know
author is
book name,
blatantly
but I
right
know-
on the
Oh,
book.
that's
It's
why.
blatant.
Okay.
Stephen
all
King.
right.
okay. No.
No, that would have been.
Nah?
Good guess, though.
Yeah.
Nah?
Yeah.
All right. It was Carlos Castaneda was the author.
Of course,
And the name of the
of
book
course,
was The
Carlos.
Eagle's Gift.
What? Why would we fuck it? Okay.
Because it's
Okay.
blatant. It's
Oh,
right.
it
She's
is
sitting
blatant.
there right this with the book,
All right.
and it says Carlos Castaneda.
So when
It's a nugget. It's
Okay.
right there.
Yeah.
So when Dad Grimbridge is brought into the hospital,
Yeah.
to a hospital room. Do you know what
Yeah.
room number that is?
213.
Close, but no cigar. But very convincing that you
thank
really
you very much.
thought
'cause
that
I
was-
was pretty sure it was that. I thought. Okay.
You were very close.
2, 3,
No, he just had an extra digit. Just room 13.
13.
13.
So as we're talking about room
Very
numbers,
prophetic number.
what room number did they stay in the hotel?
6.
That was pretty. Yeah, I remember. Seeing
Okay. Last one.
I've got some.
Unless you got more.
I got more.
I have some.
Last one. How many times did Connell Cochran clap At the end.
When he was saluting them for
Yes.
killing?
Yes.
No, he did a couple slow ones.
4.
Okay.
6. 5 or 6.
Oh, maybe it was Morse code.
Yeah.
I'm going 7. I think it was more.
And we had a winner.
No shit.
It was 7.
Okay.
It would have been more, but they cut it off because I had to like rewatch it. I'm like, was that 7 or 8? And I'm like, it was 7, and then he was on his way to 8, and they cut away. So.
I just kind of remember seeing that part and like that was a few.
That was a
too many
weird clap.
claps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Like
like,
they could have cut that down a little bit, like maybe 5.
I have a 2-parter.
ooh.
Okay.
What was the name of the motel?
Oh, well, it was the gas station's motel. Wasn't
Yes, but it was actually, but it had a name because
Oh, it did have a
because you
name.
ultimately it's on the
It's hard to see though a little bit.
but when the pathologist back in wherever tries to get the number, she says the name of the.
The
I'll
Rose
wait
or
till you guys.
something,
give me a chance.
yeah, because he did say it. He says, I'm staying at the Rose, something like that.
Think Irish.
Yeah,
Keep going, keep
right,
going.
right. Yellow Rose of Ireland? No, that's Texas.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I fucking know about it. I can't think of it now. What is it? For the sake of
It
time.
was Rose O'Shannon.
Rose of Shannon.
Rose of
Okay,
Shannon.
and the
right.
second part, which is such a Logan question, I'm surprised he didn't ask it. What was their phone number?
KL5269.
No.
Do you want me to answer it?
Well, you had these, but you didn't ask them?
I was trying. I gotta save some for the.
You're all
people.
right. You're all right.
All right. It was 551-2642.
I have 155-2462.
So I had to listen to it multiple times. He actually, and if you, now, this is why I go a little crazy. When
You
she
guys are
actually,
crazy with
if
it,
she,
too.
Oh my God,
when she
they're
does
like
the
this.
actual dialer, because I thought it was 555,
But you can see it when he's signing in the registry.
but she does 55, and then she goes up, and it goes longer, and then 2. I had to double check it.
But she might have misdialed. Technically, if it's in the registry,
Because
you
it was
can
in
see
the registry.
numbers.
When he's signing, it says it at the top of the book.
If you listen to it, go back and listen to it. He says 551-2562.
Really?
2462. That's why I was like, I got to double check this and then I watched her go 5, and then she goes 1, and then So, just saying.
Anyway,
Just saying.
What was the 6-pack of beer Doc Chalice took with him
Oh shit!
on the ride?
I wanted that one and I did not.
I remember it being a.
Yeah.
PBR.
It was a name brand too, wasn't it? If I remember correctly, it wasn't a fake one.
No, it was a real
Yeah.
brand.
I gotta guess.
There's something dumb like Schlitz or something like that.
I was gonna guess Milwaukee's best, but
Oh, you're in the right sort. But think about the era. Well, I'll just tell you, it was High Life.
Oh.
Fuck, Miller. It was Miller.
Uh,
That was close.
We got the old. So when Doc Chalice was running through the town, not being chased, when he was looking, when he was running through the town in the dark, remember, he was going through building. At one point, he came across, he was standing right next to a clock that had a shamrock on it. What time was it? So remember, he's running around, it's dark out.
I know exactly what
It
you're
was
talking
11
about.
something.
10:30.
I was gonna go earlier than that. I want to say it was 9:20.
Which would make sense because it's dark.
Right.
6:12. Made no sense.
Yeah. Well, it depends on the time zone, right?
And the last one that I'll have for this one is when they were giving a tour of the building and they were going through all the mechanicals and stuff like that were going on. And they also had a bunch of masks in there. And right by the Silver Shamrock logo on a post, there were 2 masks. What was one of those masks?
Damn it.
It's a very famous mask now, but for not nefarious reasons, for infamous reasons.
I was gonna go with. I remember. I thought there was a couple that were not part of the 3. I want to say Wolfman.
Nope.
I don't have a clue on this one.
Pogo the Clown.
Tor Johnson.
Oh,
And
okay.
you know who Tor Johnson is?
Oh,
Well,
that sounds painful.
He was in Outer Space.
Plan 9
Plan
from
9 from
Outer
Outer
Space.
Okay.
Plan 9, Tor Johnson, which was a unique
Was it a
mask to
hairy
have there.
mask or something?
No,
Okay,
it looks
then
like a
I'm-
big buffoonish kind of fat face with blank eyes like this, and that's Tor Johnson.
Can you do
It's
that
a very
again?
famous mask.
Okay,
No,
quick.
I will
No,
not.
I didn't notice him doing it.
Yeah, I didn't see it either. Can you do that again
No,
for?
not at all.
All right. Well, we are past our time.
Not
hopefully.
bad though.
Yeah.
Not bad.
What
Yeah.
are we at?
10 minutes
106,
after?
109, 109.
110,
That was
I think that was all the trivia I had.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I had one more.
Oh,
This is a good one, I hope. The grandma robot, the knitting robot that was
Yeah.
destroyed. What year was it made?
1974.
No, God, no. You're way off.
You know this one. You
Yes, I do.
smiled. Is it on your notes?
It is in my notes.
Is
Is
that-
it going to be?
I
a
want to say,
tribute
I'm
to
going
it?
to try and go, well, I'll go one step further. It was German. It was Munich. And I want to say it was 1795.
1785.
Okay.
Very
I had it
close.
written.
And it
Those
was
Germans.
Germany and it was Munich. Very good. Wow.
Awesome.
17.
This, Mike's like, Jesus fucking Christ, you
So-
guys are ridiculously
He's now rethinking
obsessive.
his offer to come back again.
No, I'm going to pay a lot more attention.
So,
Hook 'em
well,
up
and the
over.
funny, I mean, the nice thing was that this
Yeah.
was a movie where, like, I had a lot of fun finding the trivia.
So did I.
Yeah.
I've got other license
Yeah.
plates that they're not, you don't see the car, technically. But
Well-
I got the license plate.
And to exactly your point, I think it's one of these things where, like, I rewatched both of them today,
Yeah.
and like I enjoyed watching Halloween 3 and trying to come up with trivia that would maybe stump this guy, or otherwise have answers to questions that he was going to have. It was literally like pulling teeth trying to go through Texas Chainsaw again and trying to come up with anything.
I'm not going to disagree with you on that. I'm not going to say it's tough. I'm not going to say it's wrong. All I can tell you is this movie, not to compare the other one, this movie, it was a little slow. There were decent kills. I had great atmosphere. It was shot like a Halloween movie.
Mm-hmm.
It had the sounds of a Halloween movie, you know, the when somebody gets killed or when evil happens or whatever. I bought into the robots. The main
I got
character.
a question.
You
though.
loved
was
it. I loved
gorgeous.
the movie.
yeah.
But
his
God
ratings
damn,
going
yeah.
up
I just
as we're
I
talking.
couldn't get past all the things that made no sense. Like, why the fuck is this? There were too
Maybe
many.
is your
There were
question
too many?
Is your question why
so
do they have this fixation
bad, the story.
of putting their thumbs in their eyes
Oh
as the
my
way
God.
that and actually more than that wasn't the kill the bait that they
The
put a-
first kill.
I wondered
they-
that.
they
Like,
pulled
can
his
you
nose
actually
out?
die from that? Like, you just have a stuffy nose.
No.
I mean, what if he was like, I can breathe now? What if
Yeah.
he had a
Yeah.
deviated
Oh my
septum
God,
and you
it's
just fixed it
You
for him?
can't.
Like,
Pulling
I
the-
have never seen a
pulling
kill
that
like
bone
that.
out of the skull
Yeah.
cannot kill you.
Yeah, like
I-
that. Now, would it hurt like hell? Yes.
Sure.
But like to me, would that have killed him? Maybe.
No,
The only
'cause
thing I
even
could
he
think
put
of.
his fingers in his eyes.
Could you?
that
But
won't kill you
but he
either.
jammed his fingers in the eye, which
Yeah,
that's a
okay.
problem in and of itself. And then you rip the guy's skull out. Do you think he went deep enough to maybe even grab some
Because
brainage there?
it didn't look like it. I mean,
No,
it's like
it didn't look like
you
it.
The
still-
sad thing
you still
is,
saw-
if you look at this beak, it looked like my nose when he
After.
pulled it. I'm like, what's wrong with the guy's nose? It looks fucking normal,
Yeah,
you know?
you're the after picture.
Yes, yes. I was like, that's
So you should be dead.
Yes,
Yeah.
But
exactly.
you're not.
But I'm
so
alive.
There you go. Didn't kill him. I just wanted to point out that I've had to switch to beer because that bourbon. I couldn't do it.
anyway.
Anyway, oh yeah,
I tried to finish
we're gonna move on.
Couldn't do it.
Thank you everybody for listening. We want to give Mike
Oh,
another
fuck.
opportunity to let us know and let everybody know what his famous site is and whatnot.
Not very famous.
Oh
Yes,
my
it is.
God.
Way more
Not very
famous than we
famous.
are.
I do cooking stuff, indoor, outdoor, and yeah, that's about it. And I film.
Everyday barbecue.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
no.
Everyday BBQ YouTube channel.
Everyday BBQ.
I do recommend. I've seen you had cheese fries.
Yeah, I did. Well, it's a very old video.
Yes, that was.
Like, that's
so
when
I start from the beginning. It was said it was about 5
Oh
years
yeah,
ago.
that's
but
when
mother of God, I got to try that one.
I filmed that with. That was back in the iPhone filming days with no lighting or anything. So
You got something against iPhone filming?
No.
Yeah.
Well, they've improved.
I didn't have any
Yeah.
of this stuff. I mean, I was just
It's
like
making us
Yeah.
look like we actually know what we're doing.
the way my channel started. It was really weird, and I know it was meant to be. It was just strange. But
No,
Let me
no,
tell
it
you-
was either way. The production didn't matter because looking at the shit that you were making, I was like, "Fuck, I gotta make that." Like
well,
now
I
I've
always
got recipes
enjoyed
now.
to cook at home, and I always when we go out to eat, and back then, not that I'm rich now, but we can afford to go out if we want to now, and I don't have to think about it much. But back then, you know, we loved to go to Outback and have cheese fries, but every time we go, it's a C note.
Yep.
So I was like, I got
Now
to
it's
figure out
probably
how to
twice
make
that.
this dressing at home so we can make cheese fries, you know. And I went on the internet, and of course, you go on the internet and you find a lot of recipes that are close. They're close, but they're not really the right one. And then I just experiment and test until I really get it to where it's as close as I can get it. And then I do the video.
I will say this because I remember talking to you back when you were first starting the channel, and your goal was just to cook and provide instruction to people You didn't have any goals about making money. Your goal was like, you know what, if I get enough money out of this to take my wife out to dinner once in a while,
Yeah.
I'm happy. And to me, that showed that you were more genuine about going into the cooking and the recipes and the instructions of it, as opposed to making it like an income or your main income or being rich off of it.
Well, it stayed that way until, I don't know if I want to say this word, but until COVID hit.
Oh,
And then my day job went,
right.
and all of a sudden I was sitting there for 2 weeks thinking, what am I going to do with my time? And I said, I'm going to dedicate this time to turn my hobby into my job.
Yeah.
And suddenly at that same time, the food business blossomed.
Yep.
Sure.
And it was just perfect timing for that, you know.
People were cooking at home
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they didn't have anywhere else to go.
I do want to throw in 2 more things about it. Whenever I cook a tri-tip or any brisket at all, I swear to God, every time I do it, first thing I do is go back to your videos, because you've got about 3 or 4 or 5 of them or whatever, you know, on briskets and cooking and wrap versus not the wrap and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I literally go back to that one going, okay, I got a 6-pounder. What the fuck do I do again? And I go back and I watch your videos, so I make sure I put on the smoker for the right time and the right kind
See,
of
I'm
rub.
not there yet.
Oh my God.
I'm still like making what was the one with the beer can?
Yeah,
I
the
don't
beer
remember
can
what
chicken
you
The
call it.
one?
bucket burgers.
Buck,
Oh,
yeah.
the bucket.
It's like that's stuff that I'll attempt.
Yeah.
It's easy. I don't make anything really complicated. I really don't. I
Yeah.
try to make it stuff that people can, you know, like if you watch one of Ramsey's videos, you're like 2 minutes in, you're like, I can't do this.
Right.
Right.
Wait a minute. He's got green shallots from
Right.
Egypt.
Yeah.
How do I get those?
Right. So
They
I
only
try
come
to
from Morocco.
I try to keep it to where people can
He
duplicate
uses
it and
Irish
do it
whiskey
at
to
home.
cook. What do you?
No
But-
one uses
But
that.
my favorite video of yours, of course, is actually the cheese bread, the tomato
Oh,
bread.
yeah,
with
that
the
was your
cheese.
yeah.
Yeah, that's my
your
favorite
recipe. I made it better, and then I.
Yeah.
It was good. I actually did it your way one time, and it's sensational. It's
Well,
very good.
before we start
Thank you,
delving
thank
into what probably should be the finishing the bottle
Oh, yeah.
episode,
Let's do that.
let's thank everyone for
Yeah, thank
showing
you.
up
Yeah,
and you know, watching this YouTube video or listening on the podcast. We're pointing and you're on the podcast, you can't.
We need to
hear
do
that
more
we're-
illustration with our voices. I think.
I think so.
I'm acting like I'm part of the team here. Hey
All right.
guys, I got ideas.
We're up for any comments.
We don't really describe things very well. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
true. Right, because this is a podcast too, and a lot of times we
Yeah.
rely on people seeing us.
See, now that's what we get double. We're double dipping because they'll listen to the podcast and go, "Well, I have to watch now to see what actually
Did
happens."
you hear that? If you're listening to us on a podcast,
giving away.
go to YouTube,
Yeah.
watch us.
My
As-
name's
as-
Lon
as
Black.
well.
I'm wearing an oddly colored flannel shirt.
That's my thing. That's my thing.
It's a thing.
Well, let's finish this off so
It's
we
not
can
a
get to
good
the
thing.
finishing.
It's just a thing.
Finish this off so we can get to the finishing the bottle
Yes,
episode.
yes, yes.
Too many finishes.
All right.
Thank
Abrupt
you everyone
ending.
for coming. As we always say, if this is the only episode that you're actually watching, comment below if you have any
Please.
suggestions for us for movies that we should be reviewing,
Alcohols.
bourbons that we should be, whiskeys that we should be reviewing, alcoholic beverages in general. If you like what you've heard, click subscribe, click the bell, click everything. Just go on the screen and just.
We can use every little
Well,
bit.
don't click the down
Right,
thumb.
don't click the thumb.
Just only click the up.
Actually,
thumb.
it's equal. It's still interaction.
That's true.
Yeah, we don't want the
Ge-
down clicks,
generally,
though. We don't
click
want
the up thumb.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
If you
Thumb up.
don't like it, click the thumbs down twice.
Ooh.
Nice,
That
nice,
clicks
nice
and then
move.
unclicks.
Nice move.
Yes, we like what he said.
That's brilliant.
Stay tuned for another episode coming up in, well, for you guys,
It'll be
A week.
in a week. For us, in a few minutes.
But we'll be wearing different shirts.
Sure.
Yeah.
Except me. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
And
just
me, and that guy.
we'll do color correction and make it so it looks like
There
we're
we go.
wearing different shirts.
It's a pink
Final
pig
cut
instead
does
of-
Thanks for coming, everybody. We love you.
Thank you. See ya. Pause.
More motorcycle action, possibly. Okay.
That went good. That went good.
I had to switch to beer, guys.